Hi everyone, Chuck Tyler here, Living Beyond Abuse. Today we start our first in a series of videos looking at specific symptoms of sexual abuse. Today's topic is anger, which is a huge one. We're going to have a few different videos on anger. This is the first. It's an introductory look at how to begin to deal with anger on a personal level. I felt anger at my abuser, my father, for decades after the abuse was over. When I got into therapy, I realized that I didn't just have anger for him, for my attacker, my abuser. I had anger for a lot of different people in the environment of my abuse. For instance, I was angry at my mother for not saving me, for not stopping the abuse. Whether she deserved it or not, I was feeling that towards her at that early age and held on to that subconsciously at some level for decades. Basically every adult who was around me in that environment when I was that young got some of my anger for not helping me. Teachers, coaches, guidance counselors, neighbors, older siblings, friends. So I held on to a lot of seemingly unresolvable anger for a long time, and that is profoundly heavy and takes a lot of energy to deal with that over the decades. Once you let anger in, once you decide to be angry at someone, and at some level you do decide to be angry at someone, we're going to talk about that in another video. Once you let anger in to your perspective, to your heart, inside of you, it spreads. Especially if you hold on to it for years like I did. It spreads like a virus and infects everything. Infects every perspective you have, every decision you make, every action you take. It becomes your go-to reaction for any challenging situation. You start getting angry at the grocery store clerk, or friends at work, co-workers, the person driving in front of you on the road. It becomes your go-to response. And that just bleeds you dry of energy. Now, society teaches us, through the media, movies, TV, even books, that anger is an okay reaction when somebody hurts you. But more than that, they make it look cool, especially movies and TV shows, heroes in books. And we all know that classic story, it's repeated over and over again, that we have a movie hero who has his wife or daughter or loved one killed at the beginning, and he spends, or she spends, the rest of the movie hunting them down and getting back at them, usually by killing them. And then the movie ends. They don't really show the hero's mindset after they kill and get revenge on their attacker. I hated my father for 30 years. I held on to anger for him for decades. I thought if I stopped hating him, stopped being angry at him, then that was an indicator that what he did was okay. What he did to me was all right. I approved it. He was never brought to justice or punished legally for what he did. He was never caught. At least, he was never caught abusing me. I don't know who else he abused. So I thought that the only retribution, the only vengeance I had, the only justice I had, was to hold on to my anger for him. If I was to let that go, he was getting off the hook. Anger and hate never end. They spread inside you like a wildfire, and like a fire, if you don't put it out, it just burns you up until there's nothing left of you. As I moved through my journey of recovery, I realized I needed to let go of this hate and this anger. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but it was just bleeding me of my energy, and that was no good. The more research I did, the more my attention came to meditation, which I've never been a meditator. I was the ADD kid. It was not for me. But I was so uncomfortable in my own skin, I was practically pulling my hair out. I thought, okay, I'll give this a try. I have nothing to lose. I started doing these simple 2-minute breathing breaks. where I would stop and close my eyes and take deep breaths for 2 minutes. And the change that I felt was profound. I really noticed a difference after I stood up from my 2-minute breathing break, so I was immediately sold on the power of meditation. I started doing 5-minute meditations online, guided meditations. Those became too short. They turned into 15-minute meditations. And before I knew it, I was sitting on my new meditation cushion at home. I was burning incense, and I had my little Buddha statue, and I was meditating an hour in the morning and an hour at night. I was moving into my day clear-headed, calm, with focus, and I actually started to be happy instead of really, really depressed. It's important to mention here that meditation is not a solution for anger or for hate. It's a tool that I used, and I still use every day, to focus, to be calm, to gain some clarity, and to look at some of these issues like anger that we're dealing with in recovery. It's very easy on your recovery journey to find something that makes you feel a little bit better, and then you stick with it and you go, I'm staying right here. And that's no bueno. You have to continue on. It's like a river. You have to keep moving. Something like meditation or anything that makes you feel good is a pause. It's like a little eddy in the river, and it's a nice place to pause, but it gets stagnant. So you have to keep going. Use it as a tool. Don't stay there. There's a lot of work to do, and you have to keep moving forward. So I totally recommend meditation. Please try it. Try some of the short ones, the 2-minute, the 3-minute, the 5-minute meditations that you find online. I'll put some links below this video of ones that I recommend that are very easy. Especially if you think you're not a meditator. Please try these, and then let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of results you get. Now, the big news is that I found a meditation that completely changed my perspective on anger and hate towards my abuser and towards all of these other people that I had anger for, and honestly, towards everybody in the world. It was profound. The meditation is a classic Buddhist meditation called the Loving Kindness Meditation, the Buddhist Loving Kindness Meditation. Again, I'm going to put a link below to at least one that I like. I'm going to make my own meditations and be posting them here, so look forward to those for you to use, guided meditations. But for now, I'll put links down to the ones that I've used. Please try these Buddhist loving kindness meditations and let me know what you think. What they do is they make you a little uncomfortable with the feelings that you're having towards your attacker and the feelings you're having towards some of these other people you may be having anger for. But that's what you want. You want to shake it up and look at it and go, oh, wait a minute, this is what I'm feeling. Why am I feeling it this way? What is the source of this? And you start to play with it. You start to shuffle it around and look at it, shine a light on it. Now remember what we talked about, presence, awareness, and honesty. This is where this comes into play. It's going to make some real changes. So try the short meditations that I have the links for below, and also the Buddhist Loving Kindness Meditation, and let me know what your results are. So thank you all for watching. I totally appreciate you, your questions and comments. Thank you so much. If you liked this video or any of the videos that I'm doing here, please support me by hitting subscribe and like and share. And I'll continue to post these videos. We're going to do more videos on anger. Topic's definitely not been fully examined yet. And if you have any questions for me, put them below. Reach out to me on my website, chucktyler.com. My book is there. I do private sessions online. So I will see you in the next video.